Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
I know you're a big fan of this card, and this is why we're gonna repeat it, but this time with 4 copies of our Painful Quandary, a 5-mana enchantment. Who doesn't know, maybe if you are new to the channel, consider to support the channel if you are, but if you don't know what this card does, it says whenever an opponent casts a spell, they have the choice to discard a card or losing 5 life. This is a really fun and powerful interaction where you can just finish out the games without even touching your opponent, because we also built our deck around it. We don't really need to attack. This is why we have also 3 copies of Stensia Uprising, a super underplayed enchantment that wins me so many games. I just cannot stress it enough to use this card more often, because in the current meta, constant 1/1 token and then later on maybe damage to the face or to a big creature is very, very powerful. To go with all our team of providing damage, small damage to our opponent, we have 2 times burn down the house, also a really good card. Not only gives you ability against soldiers, and this deck performs amazing against the most meta decks, and definitely check out the gameplay part, you will see there what I mean, how we can get the value out of this card, but also plays really nicely in this team to pinging our opponent, because whenever the devil tokens dies, we can point the damage to their face, and this can be sometimes really painful, especially if they already has been taxed through Painful Quandary. The rest is here we put in a discard shell, so with our steel oil and also our Duress, to just have the control over our opponent, what he's casting, because we want them to cast spells, but we don't want the spells to be too powerful. Altogether we run 24 lands, and I never had an issue with the lands, because we have some treasures that can be used as a ramp and play our Painful Quandary on turn 4, or other powerful spells that can ramp us into turn 5 on turn 4. With this being said, definitely check out the gameplay part, because it's more educative, and I try to give you tips and advices how to pilot this deck as good as possible to achieve the same success as I did with this deck. So let's go and check out how it flies. Let's go and see how our Painful Jaunt will perform here. All the colors in the hand, going second with a removal in the hand is always really nice, especially 2 removals here. Evolve Slipper, mono black action, huh? Let's go with the tap land. I want my opponent to invest a little bit into his Evolve Slipper, and from there we're gonna see what we can provide on the board, or do we really need to remove something or wait for burn down the house. It's an aggressive Rakdos. Sure. In this case, I think I would like to keep a removal open, just in case my opponent play Humano faces Kukuzun. Something big, something dangerous that I maybe don't like. But Rabbit Battery, sure. Rabbit Battery is not a biggie. This is something we can deal with. Opponent levels, and we remove Evolve Slipper. Battery is you know what it is. Battery is a battery, and let's go play. We have only painful lands, but it's okay. We can cycle them all. We can put them down and see what my opponent can present on the board. I would suspect my opponent has some sort of removal to make the way free for his creatures. So something like a Braid, maybe something else. In this case, opponent just goes for 3. I will take it, thankfully. Thankfully take it. Ziatora is not needed now, and also the Pain land is not needed now. So let's see what we can draw from here. Painful is good in the other way. So then let's play you, and let's see that we don't take damage, because I think at the end every single life will matter, and this is why we play Painful Quandary this way. Opponent still on 2 lands, means the hand is pretty good. This is how it is. Let's go. And here we are again, going second again, but this hand is terrible to go second. This is why we're gonna mulligan it. And this looks much better. The question is, do we keep Painful or do we keep Stensia? Usually I'm a fan of keeping Stensia because it can give me also creatures to block with, just to survive until we find our Painful. This is why we're gonna put our Painful back, and this is actually a good draw. Fable is not bad. Opponent is on some Ziatora, maybe Jeska or Grixis action. So a Grixis deck with some possibility. This is a great draw. This is a really good draw. This is a really good draw. Force my opponent to take out the removal or to sacrifice the Blood Tide, and then also ramps me into something bigger. This is always really nice. Sure, let's block it. My opponent offered me the block, I will take the block, and my opponent is sitting there with his whatchamacallit? Make disappear. So make disappear against John. Do I care about his graveyard? Not so much. This is why let's play Graveyard Trespasser, because this will take out his make disappear, right? This maybe will allow me to play Fable of the Mirror Breaker, because this will provide me more value over the long term or terms. And opponent, as I said, make disappear. A basic Grixis list, one with pretty good win rate, I think over 13,000 games. It is sitting on something about 59% win rate, so a really powerful deck. Let's see if we can keep up with this deck. And my game decided to say bye-bye. So, my game said ciao, and lucky enough we drew a source, a land. I think we had already a land. I'm sorry if I forgot it. Needed to restart the game. Painful Quandary, turn 4. Against this opponent, really good. My opponent needs another black source to be able to do something. And we can maybe start taking over. Start slowly but surely. Corpse Appraiser, discard cards. Discard Graveyard Trespasser is okay. Next turn we're gonna hit Fable of the Cheeky Bricky. My opponent is most likely looking for Invoke Despair, and there goes the Invoke Despair because he didn't have the land. So my opponent has already a land in his hand. This is why we're gonna play Fable of the Cheeky Bricky. Why? Because this is an enchantment too, right? So we get a 2/2 in return and an enchantment. The opponent goes Invoke Despair on me, and then I can sacrifice Fable of the Cheeky Bricky. No blocks. This is everything fine, everything is nice. Bankbuster, okay, this is not Invoke Despair. And how good is Painful here? How good is Painful? Wow. Wow. So, Stensia is good, Graveyard Trespasser is okay, Duress is okay. I'm actually happy with my hand, right? The only thing I need is a land. But what do I give up for a land? Nothing, because I have a Treasure. We don't give up anything, because we're gonna attack first. Opponent cannot really interact good with me. And then we're gonna check out what my opponent has in his hand. And I'll say, hey, let me see, bro. Let me see. Graveyard Trespasser and go for Throat, but there is no other creatures, am I right? Another Graveyard Trespasser there. So let's take it away. Let's take it. We take it until we make it. Opponent draws a card, sure. And let's take out his Graveyard Trespasser. He has also Blood Tide Harvester, so theoretically can drain me a little bit more, but it's okay, right? And then we start with Stensia. How much? 13, right? Currently 9, 10. Discard a card or take 5, my friend. Discard a land, okay, sure. Good. It's actually a very good approach. Lost some life. Gonna attack again. Do we take the 6? I think we take it. I think we take the 6 damage, because afterwards burn down the house is a thing. So in this case, this is 10, 11, 12. This is not enough. So then we gonna do the following. We're gonna create some devil tokens. Good that opponent drew, because I was already scared that he's maybe chilling back. And then we're gonna go for 3. Let's see what we got there else. There is nothing I am really interested in. So let's start discarding Invoke, just in case he's a Rakdos that also run the other Invoke, the red one that can take things out of the graveyard. Also was my consideration at the beginning, but then I thought, don't need it. The devil tokens are great blockers, providing for great value, and we're gonna see, because Stensia Uprising next turn gonna pop if one of my creatures dies. Opponent goes all in. Okay, interesting approach. Sure? Are you sure? We're gonna block it this way. Let's see what my opponent has to offer here. So, and then we're gonna kill 1. And it's the same one, yes. 2. And 3. No need to go for the face, because I think face massage we can do also with our Graveyard Trespasser, because now we can also copying it. Discard a card or take pain. Discard card, okay, good. And a land. A land. Stensia Uprising. 11, 12. Pass. No. End the turn. Create a token. Next turn we can do it. We can theoretically do 7 damage now if we reflection of the Cheeky Bricky. Opponent needs to discard or take pain. Resolve? What do you wanna do? Ooh, he takes it like a big boy. Let's create a copy of our Graveyard Trespasser. 3 blockers, why not, right? And 3 Corpse Appraiser and Gun. Down to 6. So next turn, Stensia Uprising, my friends. Losh will not help my friend, my opponent. And we're gonna see if we draw something that finish my opponent off. If not, not. But it's okay. We just need a land or some sort of permanent. Well, this is enough. This is enough, my friend. This is enough. And again, Stensia Uprising finish. Sugar. No attacks. Stensia Uprising, create a human, check for trigger, says yes. Let's go for the face. Bam! What a win. Let's go next. And we are going first. This is something nice. And to win against a Grixis opponent, wow, I would say wow. We are going first, but this is a super slow hand, huh? I mean, against aggro, we have Trespasser who can help us out. Spider, maybe, but we have also Sweeper, so let's keep it. 3 lands is okay. Let's keep it. Let's see what we draw on the way. Maybe some interaction. And the Spider, why I like the Spider, right? At first, it's a May ability. Second, it has reach. Third, it has 3 power and toughness that is good to crew the Bankbuster to interact on different ways with our opponent. And my opponent is on soldiers. And if there is something that I really need to remove, some sort of permanent, I can still pop it, right? I can still pop it if I needed to. Let's say if my opponent has you know what I mean? You know his name. Brutal Qatar. Because most likely he will go for Brutal Qatar with, the thing is, he has reanimation? I think he has reanimation, right? Yeah, he has reanimation. Why is he Why is he struggling to attack here? I don't understand. Stensia Uprising is actually good. Spider is currently not needed. Okay, another land is also okay. So let's see if we can play Painful Quandary now, or if we just play Stensia Uprising. I think Stensia Uprising will give me more protection, because right now I'm looking to survive. My opponent didn't want to put any creatures on the board. Resolute, of course. I'm gonna create a 1/1 token. The 1/1 token gonna block the officer. 4 mana soldier, sure. I wanna commit my opponent to commit a little bit more on the board for our burn down the house, right? So like this 4 mana creature that enables things. Maybe they play also Wandering Emperor possibilities. But we're gonna see right now. Currently I'm not really scared, because we have token production. Okay, claro. Officer and just 1 mana left. Okay. So now I'm a little bit scared, because now if my opponent pumps the board, it's definitely something I'm gonna regret not sweeping. And we don't have super great target to copy with Cheeky Bricky except our Graveyard Trespasser. This is why I will be, let's say, not sad to sweep this board, right? Am I? I think I can survive 1 more turn. Call me greedy, but I think I can survive 1 more turn. Maybe it's the greed, but I want to play a Painful Quandary, right? 1, 2, blocks. Wandering Emperor, you see? Here is already value for my burn down the house. Because he can plus it, I can sweep it, and we are good to go. Haunted Reach is good. Says, boom, 5 damage to everything.
See you later.
Boom, Graveyard Trespasser. Opponent don't even give me a nice, because he knows what's up. 1, because it can get card advantage. Down to 12. This can go really fast. Pay the tax, my friend. Pay the tax. Discards a card, sure. Ooh. Ooh. Let's go. 12, 13. I cannot kill him this way. So we're gonna chill with the land in the hand. Do nothing else. Create another one. Because I don't need to pop it right now, right? Veteran, sure, no problem. Pay the tax. He paid the tax. Do I see try that he's dead next turn? 1, 2, 3. Yes. He's dead next turn. Maybe, but most likely. Let's go! Let's go! And here we are going first, and this is a beautiful hand to go first. I like it really much. And you see already maybe some patterns with this deck. This is really important to understand. Where can we be defensive and where are we the aggressor? This is, I think, the biggest trick with this deck if you wanna climb consistently and win consistently with it. I'm currently, I think, 7-1. 7-1 with this deck. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not remembering correctly because I was testing this deck on my phone. I didn't have so much time on the weekend. Usually weekends are reserved for my family. And if I find times, or usually if I can pre-record, I pre-record for the weekends for you to enjoy it. But yeah, I am pretty solid with this deck, and my opponent decides that Stensia Uprising turn 3 is a good choice for him. This is why let's go and do this, or do we do it differently? Do we go you and then nothing? Yes. Because Painful Quandary turn 4 is more painful than a Stensia Uprising turn 3. My opponent hand full of Scheiße. And this is why he is trying to leveling at his Evolve Sleeper. And this is okay next turn for mana, maybe Schroeder. This is why we're gonna keep the Charm for the Schroeder. And we're gonna play our Painful Quandary. Because it's painful to play against Quandary turn 4. Without a land drop. A land drop will be nice, but hey, double Stensia is okay. We have a removal for our... how do you call her? Schroeder. Here he comes. Here she comes, I'm sorry. Do I gonna draw a land? Target opponent sacrifices a creature. Yes. Good, good. Okay, so now Invoke Despair will deal with a Painful Quandary, but then Stensia Uprising, I think, will start taking over the game slowly but surely. Go for 11. Go down to 11, go for 2. Don't... Yes, another... You don't. Okay. Then this will give me a chance against Invoke Despair, because then if he don't have a land... Did he discarded a land? No. Okay. Then if he don't have a land, he cannot play Invoke Despair. And this way Stensia Uprising will give me the chance against Invoke Despair to invoke the poop out of it. Opponent level Slipper, so he has maybe an interaction in the hand, so removal, so he saved it to remove my creatures, and will be okay. If he tries to remove a PP, then we're gonna poopy. Simple as that. And next turn, oh, Painful Quandary, double Painful Quandary will be so amazing. Oh, lose life, my friend, lose life. I love when they lose life. I love it. Now he has enough. Now he has enough, and we have enough. Painful Quandaries! Discarding 2 cards or taking 10 damage. Your choice. Opponent is like... I think I'm gonna discard cards. I have so many of them. It's okay. And we're gonna create a blocker too. So don't worry. Don't forget about it always. Because Stensia Uprising is a tricky card. Barely played. Barely played. But a cool card. In a token synergy deck, very cool card. I already made a Mardu tokens deck, but I think now we can make even more Mardu tokens decks. Because why not? Why not? There can never be enough tokens in this world. Because with Kaya we can double the tokens, and the tokens will be huge and strong with Waiting Announcement. You remember the card Waiting Announcement? Don't know why some certain cards losing on playability, because actually it's good. And here the synergy you saw, he has most likely a removal in the hand, because the Quandary hit the board first before the token of course was created. My opponent gonna like do something, right? But it's okay. Opponent pumps the Evolve Sleeper more. He's maybe missing Invoke Despair, but who cares? Who cares? Whoa, Painful Quandary! Mono black. Painful Quandary, as you see, interaction, I told you. And wow, Brochovsky, you should really consider your plans here. Create 2 tokens, boom, and can I trigger them both in the same time is the question. Because one will trigger, create a token, the next one will create a token. I need to somehow... We'll create a token, it will be 13. Then the next one, create the token and then check for trigger, it will be 14 permanents. Ah, no. We sacrifice the first one, right? So it will be still 13. So yeah, I think we can double trigger it. We can double trigger it. Sure. So now we can double trigger it. Ooh, hallelujah! Hallelujah! Discard cards. Cards. Discard cards. One more. Ooh, he takes the 5. Yes. Quandary? Quandary. This is next turn 14 damage, right? 7/7. Painful Quandary can go. That's okay. Because this creates 3. 2 replaces the tokens and 1 replaces the Painful Quandary. Math. Quick math. He's like, I got my Invoke Despair and still lose against this giant bullshit. Why? Why do I do that? Let me make the math. 3, we go down to 9, plus 3 is 12. Trigger happens, yes. Quick math, you know. So. 3 tokens, up to 12, right? Yes. Atakujcie. End the turn. Create a token. Take action, sacrificing it. Dealing in the face. Create a token, sacrifice it. Deal in the face. Boop, boop. Amazing, no? I love it. I love it. And we are ranked up. Let's go. We go first against Scorpion Chaser, and this hand is really difficult to keep, really difficult to think, but I'm certain we can draw our third land, because if we draw our third land, super. If we don't draw our third land, difficult. Right? Game. Don't do like that. I don't like it. Opponent is draining maybe the keep. Yes. I love you, game. Opponent gonna remove my Fable of the Cheeky Bricky. This is where the anti-plans will be super good. If I would have turn 1 Duress, turn 2 Bankbuster, turn 3 Fable.
And you think you can win?
Minus here is okay.
Oh, one of your friends has to leave.
Quandary, no, I don't wanna discard Quandary. Also don't want to discard Duress. I'm happy with the hand. Let's go with Graveyard Trespasser. Throwing the thingy. Go after Lily. My opponent put it in the way. It's okay. And get the information what my opponent is actually running. Invoke Despair and Shredder, huh? Okay. Show it to me, my friend, show it. Riveteers Charm is already waiting for you.
Drop it.
Interesting. My graveyard. I have nothing. His graveyard. He has 1. Let's see. You don't want to play Shredder, why? Why he doesn't want to play Schroeder? Interesting.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Riveteers Charm can go, that's okay. It's amazing draw. I think this is a good draw. I believe so. Because now if I deal with Lily... Oh, nice.
This
Nice,
isn't
actually.
where things were supposed to go.
We can deal with Schroeder in his hand. And create a treasure token. It's good. It's good. I think it's good. And we can draw a bunch of cards with Bankbuster, right? Yeah. Do that, do that, do that, do that. Sure. Nothing compared to you. Boom. I have a plan. I have a plan. I want the spider to hit. I also want to protect. Let's go, girl. Okay. Sure. Pass. So if opponent gonna attack now, let me see. There's nothing to really exile here. Resolve. Pass. Block. Get some more treasures. And my turn. Okay. The land. Counting, I'm counting, don't panic. So, I can't do it like that. I can attack Kuisa like that. Who's not gonna block? Next. Can play the fishy. Sacrifice him. Say resolve. Kill. Who do I kill? The life gain or the more damage? Sure. Kill you. Resolve. Discard the land. Bloop. And end the turn. And now we can kill every turn. Underdog, sure. Pass. Crew with you. Pass. Block here. Resolve. Underdog gonna eat the oil. Eat the oil. And a land. Okay. So let's draw another card. How to pay. There's so much treasures I have. It doesn't really matter. Resolve. Even a clean answer here. Easy steal. Underdog. Painful Quandary. And copy you. Auto pay. Sacrifice you. A little bit, but this is what we do. A little bit, but we do it. We do it. Let's go. Yeah, undefeated. All my Painful Quandary decks are undefeated in the video, and also before I had maybe like one defeat. But let's go. Here we are going first, and again, if we draw a next land, this will be a super good hand and super interesting to play. Otherwise, we're gonna see. Turn 1 Duress. Wow, okay, my opponent is a mono green big stuff. Go for Throat. Will be a really important piece here. Oh yes. Oh yes. Go for Throat on the ramp creature. Gala Greeter. Sure, Gala Greeter gonna say bye-bye. Next turn we gonna play the not pain land, Hunted Rich, and play our Chicky Bricky so we can start filtering out the draws. Oh, Mantum, huh? Mantum is not bad. You can go. Painful Quandary. Antum is actually a good blocker for my opponent, but this allows me to play Painful Quandary, and every time now he plays something he needs to discard or take pain. And then Spider, we're gonna see what Spider will do. Spider, gonna maybe give me some possibilities, but we're gonna see. Champion with a bunch of damage. Sure, right? Sure. Why not? Why not? I don't see why not. Prevents a bunch of damage and is a blocker, attacker. This can give me card advantage. This is why I'm thinking this way. So why not? 5 mana silverback. Pay the tax. Takes damage. Wow. Okay. Interesting. In this case, another spider. Sacrificing. Taking out the silverback. Bloop. Take action, sure. Give me a poquito life. Just 2. That's not a biggie. This is for the next silverback I will guess. Another champion. Is okay. Should we check what my opponent has there in the hand? Ooh, the leveler, huh? The leveler. Next. Nope. And the turn. Let me somehow do it. One is on 6 mana, so he needs at least 2 turns to be effective. Pass. We're gonna take it for now. We're gonna take it for now and then see what my opponent can do. Or what I can do. Why you play Sword? Resolve. Okay, let's play the Charm. Let's see what we're gonna draw. Another Charm, Bankbuster, and Oil. Okay. Okay. Oil will hit the thingy, but this is 4 turns. Do I really need so much? That's the question. Bankbuster on the other side will take over slowly the game. Let's play Charm. Let's deal with the champion. Then let's play Bankbuster. This will give me, I think, a little bit more reach. I can stay alive against the other thing. Against the other champion. Leveler. Still forces my opponent. It was maybe my misplay. I should have taken the leveler with the oil. Because this way I would have had more possibilities, I would say. Next, next. No attacks, next. I think this was a misplay. Most likely I will lose because of me, because I played bad. So let's see what my opponent wants to target. The Bankbuster. Let's see what we're gonna draw. Okay. The leveler is painful. All the green stuff is here painful. Not what I needed. But I'm not even sure what could save me here. And I don't think that Graveyard Trespasser will be able to save me here. I mean, my opponent has nothing there, right? It makes no sense now to discard, but let's see. There's nothing I can interact with. My opponent is a pure Ram deck that deserves to win. Deserves to win. Good game, my friend. Bottle. Nothing special. Good game, my friend. Good game. We're gonna see the end. Yeah, we wanna see the end. Okay, let him have the fun. Let him have the fun. Sometimes you need to give your opponents a little bit fun too, because most likely he's not winning a lot with his deck, but when he wins, he has fun, and this is what we wanna do. Let him have fun. My misplay. If I take with oil, I take the Sky City Leveler. He has just the clay champions and stuff. and cannot interact, and then maybe I would have been able to draw something to interact with it. But otherwise, it's okay. It's okay if you lose this way. My mistake. The deck. Mwah, sugar. Amazing deck. If you don't have this misplaced, and I mean, as I said, this deck is really much you need to think forward to, and maybe I'm a little bit too tired, maybe already a little bit too self-secured or ensured that I will win because it went just flawless, amazingly. And yeah, if I would recommend to craft this deck, definitely yes. It's not the most expensive deck. I would say the most cards you should have already have, like the Fable of the Cheeky Bricky and Graveyard Trespasser and so on. Burn Down the House, you should have. Stensia Uprising, it has its spot. It has its spot in the meta, and I think the synergy between Stensia Uprising and Painful Quandary, we saw it multiple times in the game. Or in the gameplay part, I think it's worth it. If you are interested in this sort of decks, it's definitely worth it. It will perform super good for you, especially if you are a little bit more experienced player. If you're a little bit more newish player, then it will maybe help you to learn out of your mistakes, like now my mistakes here. I think I could have won this game if I would have exiled the leveler, obviously. But yeah. Otherwise, yeah, what should I say? I love this deck. I hope you loved it too, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao!